Hey, what's up everyone? Mike Vendetta here, and I'm doing a little prep work for my outing here this weekend, and kind of wanted to show you what I'm working with. So this punch plate, underneath it where this crash box mounts, there's a big gap that material likes to get up underneath, and kind of wondering how much stuff's up underneath there still. So I'm gonna take this apart and get it all cleaned out. There's still a little bit of material here, as you can see, in the indicator mats. But I'm gonna collect all this stuff and I'm gonna see how much gold has been trapped in my little high banker from the couple outings we've done, along with the couple backyard recirculating videos I've done running this thing. So I wanna see if we're missing some gold. So let's check it out. All right, so as you can see, we've got all that material out from underneath, and where that's mostly coming from is down in that gap right there. So material was coming down through the crash box, and there was negative pressure pulling that material back through the back of the sluice essentially, and then it would come out down the riffles. So we got all kinds of materials down in there. So that's one thing I'm gonna fix. I'm gonna throw a bunch of silicone in here and seal up the surface, because this is never really gonna come off for what I use it for anyways. So I'm gonna fix that. And then this guy, one of the bolts, tack welds came out. So I'm gonna go grind that down, get the bolt taken out because it's cocked in there pretty bad, and weld it up, and it'll be good for tomorrow, and get all this reassembled. So I'm gonna go hang out at JP's bar and stream the rest of this little clean out activity. So see you guys there. All right, so here we are in the machine shop. I'm gonna get this weld knocked off, cleaned up, exposed a little bit more of this metal here so I can get it ground, take the bolt out, and put a couple tacks on there so it doesn't break. This side doesn't have anything that really looks like anything to worry about yet, but that was not really working very well last time, so we'll get a little weld on there and you'll see that now. All right, we got a couple little tack welds on there. Should hold it just fine, and we should be good to go. So a couple little revisions, and we're back out in the field. All right, so we've got our legs fixed. I've got her in our OG setup with the carpet matting, the diamond pattern punch plate, or excuse me, I forget what that's called. Diamond pattern grip, basically metal mesh. And then we got our stuff up there all glued up nice with silicone, and our indicator mats back in. So what I want to do now is check all the dirt that was stuck in that bad boy. So check that and see if there's anything to show you. It would not surprise me if I see a lot of gold in here. I'm gonna just say that right now. I've dumped at least an ounce of gold down this, so just at home. So out in the field, I have no idea what's been caught back there, if any, or if there's gonna be anything left for that matter, but I have a feeling there's gonna be some gold in here. cool rocks. Let's give it a little swirl back and see. Oh, there's definitely gold right there. Trying to do this one-handed. There's a piece. Sorry about the lighting. There's a piece right there. Saw a bigger piece too. There it is. Look at that piece right there. It's a pretty big piece. So we know we were getting, it's like a little flake, like a really flaky piece of gold. Oh, there's a couple other smalls. So we know that we were losing some gold with our original setup of this. And I'm not bringing the dream mat because of 2 reasons. I do really love the dream mat regardless. That won't change. But one, it's really tight in here. But my biggest problem is that there's material getting underneath, and I need a better way to hold it down. So I don't know if that means tapping some holes here to raise this up so I can actually use this riffle over the dream mat, because that's ideally how I would have it set up. And that would help keep everything down. And that would keep everything from going underneath, because I've had a lot of material coming out under here that I've been watching. So we're going to be doing a little experimenting. Hopefully there's water where we're going. If not, we'll be probably running the dry washer. I think I'm going to bring a lot of different gear because I have no idea what to expect. With the weather being the way it has been the last couple years, I'm not really expecting a lot of water down there, but you never know. I'd really like to run this bad boy, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm just gonna bring it. So we'll see you starting Sunday. Hey, what's up everyone? Mike Vendetta here. It's 1:10 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, and we're heading out to the claim. We're spending the night out there. We'll do some truck camping, sleeping in the back of the truck, which is way more comfortable than the ground or a tent. I'm just getting too old for that crap. We've got 55 gallons of water back there to bring with us, plumb full. We've got our dry washer set up, we've got our regular sluice set up, and we've got our dredge set up. And of course, all of our pans and classifiers. So we're all set to do any kinds of prospecting. I also brought the Gold Monster 1000, where I picked that up, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago off of Kelly Co's website. They had a great sale. Speaking of which, I am an affiliate of theirs, so if you ever look for their links or you're looking to go shopping, you can always go to my affiliate link, which is usually in the description of these videos, and that'll hook me up a little bit, and they'll get you a good sale as well. So with that said, we'll get on here going up north to Arizona, and once we get to the turnoff, I'll do a little video of that. So see you soon. All right, well, as you can see, it's dry. So I'm glad we bought the dry washer and all that water. So what I'm gonna do here, there's a really big inside bend here, and I'm really liking this big bench. The higher you go, about 15 foot up, there's a layer of gravels. So I kind of am interested about trying that out, but I'm gonna do a couple tests. I'm gonna grab a piece out of that bank over there, the outside bend up high, because this gets worked during the river flood seasons with dredges and stuff like that. And you can see there's different layers of hard packed gravel, like right in here. So I'm gonna take some samples, and I got some water poured up at the truck, and we're gonna get it going. So we'll see what shows the best, and then set the dryer washer up and get some material run through that. So cool. It's like 3 o'clock. We've got some good daylight. It's really nice up here, but as you can see up on that high ridge, there's a bunch of big boulders dropping out up top. Same with up there, so I'm really interested to kind of go that way. But we'll have to see what looks best in the test pans. So we'll go up there. I'm gonna grab 3 samples and see what looks best. Now, that is what dirt looks like in Arizona. This is straight out to the side of a hill, and it is just mud. but you don't really need to see that well once you get to the black sands, because they show themselves pretty well. So here's the test pan. That's about half the material that I dug up. Got 4 shovelfuls, so I'm gonna get seeing if there's anything in there. Nothing in that first test pan. We got the rest of the dirt here, and we'll see if we have anything in that. A lot of black sands, nothing for color though. So I've decided to switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna dig some targets, and we got this. It's really, really strong. Where'd it go? My guess it's foil, but it's a little fault line right here. You can see it. There's a little fault line right there. Pop that all out and classify it in. Test it out right up here. Kind of like I thought, a little tin can and maybe it's other little piece of it right there. So a couple metal detecting. Get a lot of trash. All right, so we're at test spot number 2. Drop that boulder down from up in that little pocket, and I've been scraping at these little layers here of hard packed small gravels. Classified it to -1/4 inch. Those are the rocks that popped out, and we're gonna get up top and pan it out. All right, so first test pan of that, we have one little tiny color. Not worth keeping or writing home about, but one color. I picked a spot. I'm going into this bank right here, right in here. Also, I'm gonna finish digging all this bedrock in here. It looks like someone dredged a little pocket, but it didn't go underneath, so I'm gonna go under there too. First time out in the field, actually getting a full run on this, so I'm pretty excited. Let's get it going. All right, little context here. We scraped about from here over, got that hillside taken out, got some nice big rocks taken out. Those are our bigger rocks. We'll go over that with the metal detector. There's big clumps of dirt that I just can't break up with this, but we did a pretty good job. We got our cons in there. Could get them in our bucket, go pan them out. If it's not worth, keep going into this direction. I'm gonna start here, not waste any more time. And then if not there, I'm taking up towards this bench right up here. So there we go. We'll see you at top. All right, well, this is the cons so far. I've been seeing a lot of color. There's a big piece right up there on top. Haven't even gotten to the bottom of the black sands yet. There's a piece over there right there. That's a nice flake right there. So that little side we're gonna keep going into for sure. Let's see what we get here in a minute when I can get all this black sands removed. All right, well, I'm gonna have to put this, oops, I'm spilling water right there. I'm gonna have to put this in my cons bucket because holy camrollies, look at all that stuff up in there. Big old chunks. So that was like 10 minutes of dry washing. So that was my first time actually using the dry washer, and I think I can say it's working. Those little tiny pieces in there, that's awesome. Let's get back down there and get some more dirt run. All right, ladies and gentlemen, clean out number 2. Let's see what we got upstairs. All right, this is the second clean out, and there's about the same amount, about the same size. There's more down in here, some down in here that I've kind of blown past, excuse me. But I'll just dump all this in the cons bucket because there's even more just underneath the black sands. And ooh, there's a really nice piece. And we'll get this all separated out at home. Hell yeah. We're gonna try something different. I'm gonna try a different spot. I know what that one's yielding, which is pretty good values for the amount of work we have to put in. But I keep staring at this spot. I'll go down here. I'll keep staring at this spot that just looks like what we're digging, but easier and more exposed. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're working this layer right here. You see that shallow layer? There's a lot of black sands and it transitioned into this little river sand. I don't know if those are tailings or what. This is where I think we're getting our gold from. Right up in here, this bench. So I'm gonna run all of this material right through here, because it looks like it's been dredged out around it, but that's where they stopped going into the hill. I like going into the hill here in Arizona and staying on the surface, so that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think I need to move my plant. I'll just do buckets. So yeah, cool. Let's see what we can get from that. All right, so this is kind of why I had a feeling about this area. I just took that rock out, and you see that distinct layer of, it might be a little bit hard to pick up in the light, but there's dark red material here and light brown up here. Water touches this more. This is a lot more oxidized and a lot more hard packed gravels. This is what we're after right here. Look at that little tiny river rock, hard packed in there. Look at that. See that, boys and ladies? That's what we want for some gold. And there's a band of it going down in through here. So I've got the first bucket of material over there, my paper. I'll do two more. I'm gonna dig down through here. I'll dump the other one, get a third, and then we'll run 3 buckets and see what we get for gold. All right, that's 3 5-gallon buckets, minus ½ inch. Got a nice pocket cut out there. Here's a classifier to put it in perspective. There we go. It's not, so from my experience, below the root zone usually isn't very good. So I kind of stopped there, but it's really, really hard packed above it and below it. So I don't really know. I'm gonna be really confused if this spot isn't better than the spot above it. We should see some bigger pieces and more of them. I saw black sands just like pouring out from underneath some of these rocks, so we'll see. Let's get it running. All right, another clean out here. That was 15 gallons of dirt we ran through, and we got the same amount of cons. So hopefully we've got quite a bit more gold. Let's see what we got up to. All right, here is the cleanup from the 15 gallons. We've got a big old flake right there and a bunch of smalls again. So a little harder work to get down in there, but a little bit bigger piece, one bigger piece. I'm sure I missed some down in here. I mean, it's just solid black sand, so that's why we've got the blue bowl. Yeah, I mean, there's a piece right there, so I know I was trying to do this in a timely fashion without, you know, losing too much daylight, but Yeah, it looks good. So I like this spot. I can't wait to get here when there's water. It's getting late. Considering not staying the night out here. Got a good prospect out here, but it's hot, and you know, I can find the gold here pretty easily. I have a good idea as to where it's going to be sitting. So I think I'm going to call it actually a quick trip. We did quite a bit of work, and I'm getting kind of hungry, and I don't feel like starting a fire, and I'm kind of getting lazy. So yeah, I think we got a good lot of footage this time, at least, on our outing. This is a beautiful spot, and there's a lot of area to cover. It's about 6-7 different claims. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Took you a little bit more in depth on the processing here. I had my high banker here and all kinds of other stuff. I was really hoping there was some water, but it hasn't rained down here for like 2 years. So I am not surprised at all. So I'm going to pack it up and head home. And I'll wait for the first monsoon to come back. But this will be the spot that I'm coming to for sure, because the gold's easy. And there's a lot of it. I'm happy with what we got done today. So I'll take you guys on the next one. Peace. Time to clean up our cons from yesterday. So got that in the bucket. It's Monday morning. And we're going to send all this black sands for a little whirl. See what we got. About 4 or 5 dry wash cleanups. So shouldn't be that much gold, but we'd like to see some more than we saw a little bit yesterday, just from all that black sand hiding it off. So let's get that going. So on the outside rings here of the black sand, you can see some really shiny yellow looking pieces. That is our gold. And it's looking like more than what we saw in the pan. There's a big piece right up there hanging out. But I'm so far so good. It's looking really nice. Just getting rid of all these rocks first, lighter material, and then it's gonna work on this black sands afterwards. So about 15 minutes here, we should be back to nothing but gold. All right, so what did we learn with this quick trip that we took out to the claim out there this weekend? Well, the gold is not very hard to get. We ended up with what you'll see in a little bit on the scale, how much we ended up with, what pretty good amount for the little work that we had to do for it. So when this ground gets a little bit more damp, we'll go out there with the dredge and see what we can suck up. So let's see what we can get on the scales, and I hope everyone's having a good Memorial Day. Take it easy.